Hello, how are you doing today? Today I am going to talk about five couples, and I'm going to call this Love American Style 2026. Love American Style was a TV show long ago. I never saw it, it was a little bit before my time, but that's what I'm going to call this. It's kind of a catchy title that I'm going to go ahead and borrow. So, anyway, I'm going to start with the Farrakhan's. Khadijah Farrakhan, Louis Farrakhan's wife, the leader of the Nation of Islam, she passed away. She was in her 90s. I believe she was 90. They, the Farrakhans, were married for 72 years. And I saw a video of Louis Farrakhan at his wife's funeral, and he was speaking about his marriage and his wife, and it was absolutely lovely. It was kind of sad, or it was sad and quite touching. So, yeah, um, my condolences to them. And gosh, they are a testament to clean living. My goodness, because both of them look great. Um, Louis Farrakhan, I mean, he's probably 90 as well. And I feel like just now I'm starting to see like age. And his wife, I saw a video of her, and she was in a wheelchair being pushed around. I mean, this was an elderly, very elderly woman at this point. The face still looked just beautiful. So, yeah, my condolences to them, and congratulations to them for having such an enduring and, I mean, successful marriage. And they had a very big family too, like a lot of children. I think it was like 7 or 9 or something like that. It was a big family. So moving on. I got my Kansas City Chiefs shirt on in honor of Travis Kelce getting married. I'm speaking from the perspective of a Chiefs fan and someone who is more interested in Travis Kelce more so than Taylor Swift. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm not so much a Swiftie. So, yeah, Travis is. If there was a side for fandoms, I would be on the groom side. So anyway, congratulations to them. They got married at Madison Square Garden of all places. I do think that's pretty cool. I do think it's pretty extra, but cool. I look forward to seeing pictures. I don't know that any have been released yet. I have not seen them. I wanted to note that they got married in a stadium. Maybe that's just where they both feel kind of at home. They didn't get married in a church. I've never heard either of them speak of really any sort of spiritual beliefs. There are people on the internet that say Taylor Swift is a witch. However, people say that about pretty much all female pop stars, and I wouldn't be surprised if they were right, to be honest. But yeah, there's that. I just wanted to point out that yeah, she also get married in a stadium when some of the biggest churches in the world are in New York City. There's one called St. John the Divine. It's one of the biggest churches in the world. It's way uptown though, and I mean, they're super liberal, super liberal. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So even if a person, wasn't really a strong believer, I'm not sure that it would matter. But yeah, there's that. And Harrison Butker wasn't there, oddly enough. So good luck. Good luck to Travis. Stay on Taylor's good side. That would be my advice. So, moving on. A couple got married on top of, not married, I'm sorry, engaged on top of the Empire State Building last week. They climbed to the top of the antenna. So, I mean, they were at the tippy top of the Empire State Building. I think that this is absolutely bizarre. The woman, her parents were in the circus. Um, the couple is Russian. They're a very attractive, really sexy, really athletic couple. So this one woman, her parents were in the circus. She obviously followed in those footsteps. She found a man with the same kind of skill set. And anyway, they got on the news and trended social media the other day with their stunt. Now, I do kind of course, it was a stunt, but I really wonder if it was kind of contrived, maybe even contrived by the Empire State Building themselves. Because I'm just like, good gravy. Like, where was security? The news said that the couple hid in a restricted area, but I mean, where's security? Do they do walkthroughs? Um, are there alarms? Are there motion sensors to, sensitive areas? I just thought it was strange. I've been to the Empire State Building, and I mean, of course, I went as a tourist, and you walk in, and I mean, you're just kind of escorted where they want you to go. So this couple, they probably had some sort of inside information. If you look at their social media feed, they have done these types of stunts all over the world. It's pretty impressive. They're a pretty interesting couple. So, again, good luck to them and congratulations. Now, let's move on to this woman who has been trending because she plans to move to Afghanistan with her husband. And there's people all over the internet trying to talk her out of it. Um, she's not budging, she's digging her heels in. In fact, everything, all of the people trying to get her to not go has made her move her plans up and move to Afghanistan even faster. I listen and I judge. I probably won't say anything just because, you know, no one asked me. No one asked me, and usually when it comes to relationships and stuff, people don't listen. I mean, people react typically the way this young lady is reacting, just kind of digging her heels in. So all I can say is good luck. Um, from an American point of view, Americans think that this is wild, even though some of the people trying to talk her out of moving to Afghanistan are people who grew up in America, but they have ties to Afghanistan. And they're like, no, don't, my parents are from there. No, I'm so glad I'm here. But, the way I always look at things when you hear about other countries, it's like, listen, there are people there who are perfectly happy. And, things that we may not agree with here, they grew up with, and they're completely comfortable with it and satisfied. I mean, personally, it would not work for me. It would not be my choice. I would not want to move to a country where a law was passed saying that women can't have windows. If you don't believe me, look it up. The Taliban passed a law saying that women cannot have windows. They don't want women being all nosy and looking out the window. They want women minding their business and finding something to do in that house. So, it wouldn't work for me, but hey, good luck to her. I will say that I do think that that is fake. I do think that that is propaganda of sorts. I will not say what kind, but I think that it's just some nonsense propaganda. Um, at least I hope it is. I think that it is recruitment. And they met on Snapchat. To me, that's an even bigger red flag than Afghanistan. Snapchat is a bigger red flag than Afghanistan. Anytime a story starts with Snapchat, it always ends up with people ending up in court, someone getting arrested, someone getting into a fight. Snapchat, I just think it's bad news. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. Oh, there was one more thing. I remember about a year or two ago, there was a woman from New York City. It was a black woman. She went to Pakistan, and I want to say she went over there to meet her husband or something like that. And yeah, she was over there demanding money and land. She was a social media sensation for a while. I have no idea whatever happened to her, but she was in Pakistan, and I will say this much. I was like, man, those people are really being nice to her. They were really very, very sweet and very gracious and patient. So I don't know. Maybe the people in Afghanistan are really very, very nice and have the same graciousness as the people from Pakistan, because I did think that they were quite nice to her. So there's that. While I'm talking, I'm going to throw in Meg and Clay. A few weeks back, Clay went and said that he broke up with Megan basically because she was like loud and ghetto. But did he not know that before? I mean, that's her whole persona. So Clay would have been better off just being quiet and saying nothing. I kind of felt like everything was kind of working in his favor. But again, I think that he just wanted some social media attention. Even if he became the villain, I think that he just kind of wanted that attention. And again, I did kind of question Clay and Megan's relationship, um, just because it was just very like highly publicized, like from the very start, and just a little bit questionable to me. And the source there is the Daily Mail, which is not a good source at all. The Daily Mail is lacking credibility and integrity, in my opinion. And I'm going to paraphrase this to be kind of nice. Clay described the kind of women that he's attracted to. It's not Megan. The description is not Megan, but it's just like, good grief. Like, Clay Thompson is a very successful man, and it's like, really, you cannot meet who you claim that you're attracted to? Good grief. And he plays, at least the last I heard last season, he was with the Dallas Mavericks, and I was like, in all of Dallas, you cannot find someone you actually liked. You had to go and get involved with Megan. So, yeah, I kind of question that relationship. Um, yeah, there is some phoniness somewhere in there. Um, so, yeah, there's all of that. FYI, I am a believer in Christ. I do not follow Islam. I am not a part of the Nation of Islam, nor have I ever been. It's just Farrakhan is, for me, someone who's just kind of always been there, someone who I've always heard about, and I really never knew much about his wife. I mean, I guess I kind of always assumed there was a wife, but I did not really know much about her. But she was a lovely lady, very uh, just like gracious. Um, you can tell she lived like a very clean life, and she looked beautiful. And Farrakhan looks pretty good too, you know, to be his age. But anyway, there's all that. Another thing about Nation of Islam, if you're thinking that I'm some sort of like extremist or whatever, they don't do anything. Like, I mean, they have that. Some people like to think of them as like some sort of like extremist, like Fox News or and stuff like that, but they don't do anything like what they do realistically. Um, so, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and end this here. The most that I see a Nation of Islam people doing is selling pies, selling newspapers, and talking about like diet supplements and stuff like that. And when I saw Farrakhan and his wife, I was like, okay, I guess those diet supplements work, because they looked. I mean, seriously, they both look, especially the woman. Before she passed away, they look phenomenal. So anyway, again, I am a a believer in Christ. I am a believer in the Bible. I'm just here talking about Farrakhan because he is in the news right now. So anyway, have a good day and thank you for watching. Bye.